Guys, welcome to VT Sports. I am Chris Matto. This is the rundown, and we're going to get into it right now. Guys, in the first story of the day, Luka Doncic and Cade Cunningham have been given waivers to make them eligible for postseason awards despite not reaching the 65-game threshold. Let's run this one down. Guys, this is an abomination. The reason this rule had to be instituted was because your players were missing too many games. Is it too much to ask for guys making $50 million a year to not miss more than 17 games, barring a big injury? We wonder why this league is becoming a bit laughable. Well, when you put in a rule to correct the problem, it corrects the problem, and you bypass the rule. Adam Silver. It's a joke. Next up, guys, the Warriors and the Heat are expected to pursue Kawhi Leonard at the end of this season. Let's run it down. This is no surprise, guys. Top-end organizations like the Heat and the Warriors are always going to be looking to get better in the offseason. And look, with winning pedigrees like they have and great geographical locations, always expect them to be a big player in free agency. My take on this, run far and run fast from Kawhi Leonard. This is a guy who's never loved to play basketball. It seemed like that from his time with the Spurs. The reason load management is even in our vernacular is because of Kawhi Leonard. He doesn't play through injuries, and he has a ton of them, and he's now approaching 35, so I think the days of him being able to shoulder a team and carry them on his back are behind him. PSA to the Warriors and to the Heat and to anybody else. Kawhi Leonard, it ain't the move. Run away. Oklahoma City gets another lottery pick in the upcoming draft because the Clippers failed to make the playoffs. Let's run it down. One of the most lopsided fleecings of a trade in the history of the NBA continues to look worse. Paul George misses games at a laughable rate. He spent 5 seasons in LA with the Clippers, failing to play 75 games even once. And he's been shunned now to Philly for the last 2, where he continues to never be on the floor, while Gilgeous-Alexander, the centerpiece of the trade on the other side, continues to flourish. He's an MVP winner, an MVP runner-up, and he's back in the mix again this year. He led Oklahoma City to a world championship last year, and they've been the resounding #1 for the entirety of this year. So nobody has ever needed another lottery pick less. Luka and Austin Reeves are expected to miss the Lakers' first-round playoff matchup in the NBA. Let's run it down, guys. LeBron's stranglehold as face of the league has become less and less in recent years. But this will be a chance for him to remind the world exactly who he is. To be able to put the Lakers on his back at 41 years old and steal a round would be absolutely epic. I'm just not sure if the days of him jumping in the phone booth and supermaning his organization to the next round are behind him. I think they might just be. And if he's unable to do that, it looks like the Lake Show is going to be off the air in one round in the playoffs. A.J. Brown is expected to be traded from the Eagles to the Patriots. Let's run this one down, guys. So in the worst kept secret in the NFL over the last month, thank you to Diana Rossini, which is for another day, it appears perpetually unhappy wideout A.J. Brown is on the verge of being moved from Philly to the Patriots. Now, why he's unhappy is beyond me. He's been an all-pro in Philly, he's a Super Bowl champion, and he's one of the highest-paid wide receivers in the game. So I don't get it. But as we know, Mike Vrabel is the head coach out in New England, so perhaps it happens, as Mike Vrabel is the guy who drafted him. They had some success out there, but maybe it doesn't. And if it doesn't, guys, you can already expect to hear unhappy wide receiver A.J. Brown be unhappy again. NFL draft less than 1 week away. Let's run this one down. Now, obviously, the first overall pick is a foregone conclusion. It appears Fernando Mendoza is going to Las Vegas with the Raiders. After that, guys, what's the coolest thing going on to me? And it has to be this. It has to be the fact that the Ohio State Buckeyes have an opportunity to be the first college football team to put 4 guys in the top 10. Now, we've seen Alabama in 2021 and 2023 put 3 guys in the top 10, but Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, Carnell Tate, and Caleb Downs look to be the first foursome in one college football program in one season to crack the top 10. Pay attention, guys. Ty Simpson visiting the Arizona Cardinals. Let's run it down. So Ty Simpson has been out in the desert. He's visiting the Arizona Cardinals, who have the #3 overall pick. Now, do I expect it? No. But have crazier things in the NFL draft happen? Absolutely. We see every year a team in dire need of a quarterback panics and reaches for a guy they probably shouldn't. Now, look, we all know that this year's quarterback class is thought to be insanely light, and Fernando Mendoza is inevitably going to be gone by then. So though Ty Simpson has been shooting up draft boards, is 3 a little too early? Not for me to say. We're going to see. Is someone going to take the risk and grab him? Mike Trout looks like Mike Trout again against the Yankees. Let's run this one down. So Mike Trout completed the clean sweep at Yankee Stadium this weekend. And I don't mean 4 wins. I mean he homered 4 times in 4 games. 5 home runs total. Now, the younger generation is not aware of the player that Mike Trout used to be. Guys, I'm talking like Mickey Mantle level great through his first 8 years. But injuries have robbed him and robbed us of the ability to see one of the all-time greatest potential careers in history, right? He's out to a torrid start, though. He's got 7 home runs right out the gate. He looks like the old Mike Trout. So we hope for Mike Trout's sake and for all of our sakes that we can keep him healthy, keep him rolling, and have a great season, Trouty. It's been a joy to watch, brother. We're rooting for you. Stay hot, man. There's a viral video of Paul Skeens throwing one of the most crazy pitches you've ever seen in your life. Let's run this down. Now, if you're not sure, guys, why they say hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do in sports, look no further than this viral video of Paul Skeens throwing this frisbee ball in one of his most recent starts. Now, mind you, Paul Skeens is already 6'6", 250, and he tops out at 102. So the nerve to throw something dirty like this in there makes this just inevitably harder. Now, I see top 10 lists all the time that list guys like Babe Ruth in there and Ty Cobb and Honus Wagner, and I have just absurd amounts of respect for guys like that who set the tone and laid the foundation. But just the thought of guys back then being at top 10, being able to do things against stuff like that, they have never seen pitching like this in their life. We'll save that for another show, though. The interesting thing with Skeens is going to be when he comes up for a deal. We're going to see if being as great as he is forces Pittsburgh to open their wallets for the first time and pay a homegrown player what he's worth. That's going to be an interesting one. WrestleMania weekend is upon us. Let's run it down. WrestleMania 42 this weekend comes to Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, guys, and it is going to be a monster. A 2-night spectacle featuring a ton of great matches. 3 of them we're going to touch on for you right now. First one up, guys. A battle of 2 powerhouses. The old guard versus the new guard. We're talking Obafemi, young upcoming bull, and the great Brock Lesnar, who's been there a long time. This one should be an awesome one, guys. Let's reinforce the ring because these 2 monsters are going to get after it. Next, we've got Cody Rhodes, the current champion, versus the Viper, Randy Orton, who has been around forever, guys. Classic case of teacher versus mentee. This is a 10-year storyline in the making. This takes us back to their time in the stable, the legacy, the last time Cody Rhodes was here. This one here is for Randy Orton's 15th World Championship. I am excited. Randy Orton is on a warpath. Cody Rhodes has been the hot kid back in school for the last 2 years. This one's going to be a fun one to watch. And last but not least, guys, I want you to stop for a second. I want you to throw your ones up in the air. I want you to acknowledge your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, who takes on CM Punk, your world champion, in the main event of night 2. And this one's going to be an awesome one, guys. Tons of bad blood, tons of years of history. Roman Reigns put out a promo yesterday that knocked everybody on the internet's faces off. This is going to be a fun one. My prediction, guys, head down, throw the one up, and acknowledge your tribal chief, the new champion of the world. WrestleMania 42 this weekend. Lock in. Check it out.